New York City, a name synonymous with ambition, energy, and resilience. Yet there was a time when this global powerhouse teetered on the brink of collapse. The 1970s saw New York City consumed by crime, poverty, and despair. The once vibrant metropolis seemed destined for ruin. But New Yorkers are a different breed. They possess a grit and determination unmatched anywhere else. From the ashes of crisis, they rebuilt their city, stronger and more vibrant than ever before. This is the story of New York City's epic comeback, a testament to the indomitable spirit of its people. New York's story is one of constant transformation, of rising from challenges to reach new heights. It's a city that has weathered countless storms, each time emerging more resilient and more extraordinary. The city's journey from a humble Dutch trading post to a global superpower is a testament to the power of human ambition, resilience, and the unwavering belief in the promise of a better tomorrow. The story of New York is not just about bricks and mortar, but about the millions of individuals who have called this city home. It's about the immigrants who arrived on its shores, seeking a better life, and the dreamers who came with nothing but hope in their hearts. It's about the artists, the entrepreneurs, the builders, and the innovators who have all left their mark on this remarkable city. This is the story of New York City, a story of ambition, struggle, and ultimately triumph. The story of New York City begins in the early 17th century. In 1609, English explorer Henry Hudson, sailing for the Dutch East India Company, navigated his ship, the Half Moon, up the river that would later bear his name. Hudson was searching for a northwest passage to Asia, but instead, he found something equally valuable, the island of Manhattan. Recognizing the strategic importance of this island at the mouth of a vast river system, the Dutch established a trading post in 1624. They named it New Amsterdam, and it quickly became a bustling center of commerce, attracting settlers from all over Europe. Life in early New Amsterdam was harsh but full of opportunity. The Dutch colonists built simple homes and shops, establishing a thriving fur trade with the Native Americans. However, the Dutch hold on New Amsterdam was short-lived. In 1664, English warships sailed into the harbor and demanded the surrender of the colony. The Dutch, outnumbered and outgunned, reluctantly ceded control to the English, who renamed the city New York in honor of the Duke of York. Under British rule, New York continued to flourish as a major port city. The city's strategic location on the Atlantic coast made it a vital hub for trade and commerce, and its population swelled with new waves of immigrants from Europe and beyond. The seeds of a global city were sown. The 19th and early 20th centuries witnessed New York City's transformation into a global metropolis. Waves of immigrants, primarily from Europe, arrived at Ellis Island, drawn by the promise of opportunity and a better life. The city's population exploded, and with it came a surge in innovation, creativity, and economic growth. New York became a melting pot of cultures, a place where people from all walks of life came together to build a new world. Skyscrapers, those towering symbols of human ambition, began to define the city's skyline. Wall Street emerged as the financial capital of the world, and New York's influence extended to every corner of the globe. However, this period of rapid growth and prosperity also exposed deep social and economic divisions. The immense wealth generated by the city's industries was not distributed equally, leading to vast disparities between rich and poor. Many immigrants found themselves living in squalid conditions, struggling to make ends meet in overcrowded tenements. The city's infrastructure struggled to keep pace with its booming population. Crime, poverty, and disease became rampant in many neighborhoods. The seeds of future crises were sown in the shadows of the city's success. The mid-20th century brought new challenges to New York City. The decline of manufacturing, coupled with suburbanization, led to job losses and a shrinking tax base. The city's once thriving industrial heartland began to decay, and many middle-class families fled to the suburbs in search of affordable housing and better opportunities. As the city's economic fortunes waned, social problems intensified. Racial tensions, fueled by discrimination and lack of opportunity, reached a boiling point. The civil rights movement brought the issue of racial inequality to the forefront of American consciousness, and New York City became a battleground for social change. The city's infrastructure, already strained by decades of neglect, began to crumble. Public services deteriorated, crime rates soared, and a sense of unease settled over the once vibrant metropolis. New York City was at a crossroads, facing a confluence of economic, social, and political challenges that threatened to unravel the very fabric of its existence. By the mid-1970s, New York City was in the throes of a full-blown crisis. The city faced a budget shortfall of epic proportions, unable to meet its financial obligations. The prospect of bankruptcy loomed large, threatening to plunge the city into chaos. Crime rates reached record highs, and a sense of lawlessness pervaded many neighborhoods. The South Bronx in particular became a symbol of urban decay, ravaged by arson, poverty, and despair. Images of burning buildings and abandoned neighborhoods filled newspapers and television screens across the nation, painting a grim picture of a city in crisis. The city's subway system, once the envy of the world, became a symbol of decline. Graffiti covered every surface, trains were plagued by delays and breakdowns, and crime underground was rampant. The once gleaming city that never sleeps seemed to be fading into darkness. In October 1975, President Gerald Ford famously refused to bail out the city, famously declaring, "Ford to city drop dead." This headline, splashed across the front page of the Daily News, captured the despair and anger felt by many New Yorkers. The city seemed to be on the verge of collapse,